you don't
trigger,
know.
trigger.
Know.
All right.
But
Okay, healing. Let's talk about healing shit. Let's go.
Clap some cheeks.
Let's go. Matt, I need to hear gunshots off rip.
Wait, are we recording?
We just started recording.
Right.
So then, hey, on the intros now, I need gunshots to get me amped. I can't just be yelling. I need to hear some gunshots. Let's go.
Let's get it. Back in the shit.
This episode, I'm coming through a little different. I mean, last episode, let me load down tracks. Last episode, I was a little triggered. I mean, Miles is toxic. And, you know, our topics were just a little toxic. But I'm not a toxic person. So I'm going to let Kordell
We're gonna run some shit,
executive produce the fuck out of this episode.
We're gonna run some shit this time, baby.
Let's go.
Get it.
Fuck with me, Matt. Gunshots. Let's go. All right. Fuck with me. We got some nice shit on the table, as y'all can see. Hey, shout out to you if you're listening to this on Spotify.
Spotify, baby.
Shout out to the viewership on YouTube.
SoundCloud.
What up? Fuck with me. Now, I started this shit with some two goats, Kanye and Hov, and then I changed this to Uzi and Hendrix. For a reason, though. I'm gonna get into that later, though. I'm your host, Deavon, goddammit. We got fucking Kordell in the stew.
Let's get it.
We got Keston back there behind the cameras. And we got my main shooter, Matt. And on the motherfucking table, we got our YG, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
First thing on the table, man.
All right. So,
Insight.
off rip, I want to say thank you for coming on the pod.
Of course.
We done talked about this time ago, right? Sure. And again, I'm going to let Kordell lead the fuck out of this episode because last episode, I was too triggered and I'm going to shut the fuck up. Okay, I was yelling at Kordell. I'm sure I may have spit on Kordell by accident. So I'm going to slow the fuck down and I'm going to let Kordell produce the fuck out of this episode.
First things first, I just want to come off and just say, like, big thing that's been happening for a long period of time is, like, violence on women. Violence has to do with women. So I feel like a lot of stuff's been happening within our area for a long period of time. And I just want to bring it up because it's a big thing that's been going on. Just last night or early this morning, there was actually a kidnapping in Brampton. And the thing about that is just like the things that happen in our area is just like it's a reflection on like we actually gotta start being a lot more safe when we go outside. Even when like my girlfriend's downtown Toronto working late at night, I always want to make sure she's safe and protected. And I last night actually saw an Instagram that actually sells defensive weapons for women. And I'm gonna put that Instagram on the screen, Matt. Can you put it on the screen as well too? It's called Pretty Defense or Pretty _ Defense. They actually have some fire stuff where like it's kind of hidden. They got some tasers, they got some mace, they got actually a comb. I'll show Mandem as well too. They have a comb as well too that actually turns into a knife. So I just want to shout that shit out because I feel like it's super important to keep our women safe, make sure everything they're 100, especially when they're walking at night, making sure they feel protected. Especially because summer's right around the corner. A lot more people are gonna be outside, try to have some fun since COVID's been such a flex on us.
I like it. It's
Big
needed.
aspect. It is needed.
And
make sure the queens are safe.
That's a fact. And you know what? I think it's super important that they have those type of things. Even like, would y'all like in the future? Would y'all give y'all daughters that type of advice? Like, you'll hold something on in high school?
Yeah.
Or?
Absolutely.
Of course. Yes.
Okay.
Only use it when you're threatened, though. I don't want it to be a situation where it falls back on you. You made a decision to do something, it falls back on you. Only use it when you're in dire need to use it.
Right.
So I heard too many stories where like that. There's a time when someone was attacking them, and then it kind of fall back on them where they got in trouble more than the other person. So to make sure they understand the timing and place when to use it for sure.
Look at Kordell trying to get back our women viewers after last episode.
I love you, queens.
Because I know you're gonna get into your topics, but before you get into your topics, what's up with this little thing on the table?
So
explain to our Spotify and SoundCloud viewers.
Keston has been a big influence on the diffuser. He had in his room, he was talking about how he was sleeping so well and the vibe was so great. And honestly, from like the longest time, you was talking about this vibe thing. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck with this vibe nonsense, vibe this, vibe this. And I walked into Kessa's room, like, wow, this is different. Like, the smell is so great. And I know Andrew's a big man when it comes to like vibes and
vibes
reading.
are real.
Vibes are real still. So
Vibes are real.
DV taught me a big thing about
mandatory.
DV taught me a big thing about vibes on the pod, and I was like, man, shut the fuck about your vibe shit. It's all about your mentality and how you do things. And then Kessa brought this diffusion to play, and I put it into my room. I bought one. I'm like, this is a vibe. It helps me calm down, helps me relax. Next pod, you're gonna see what I have for the mandem. But I want to bring it on the table just because I just want to make this a vibe, a full vibe.
I rate it. It's
different
different.
atmosphere
I don't
for
know
the
how it's gonna
podcast.
look on YouTube and shit, but I like it. I'm here for it.
Looks fire.
Nah, it's gonna look
I'm
blessed.
here for it.
Get it, man.
And if you don't like that one, there's different shapes, sizes, types,
Thank you,
varieties.
Pause.
No, man.
Matthew,
No,
reach.
You're a
Ah,
reach.
yeah.
Stretch before you reach, fam. It's okay. So yeah, Kordell, what do you got on the docket? Let's start this thing
For
up.
our guest, honestly,
Actually, before we get into that, how do we know? Let's like intro Andrew.
All right.
Andrew is our YG,
Sir Young, he's my little brother.
Yeah.
right? So
little brother.
Andrew, I expect you to look up to me and Cordell like we're OGs.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, we're
always
OGs?
respect.
Yes!
Just before the pod, it's your generation's fault for this. Yeah.
God damn, I'm a fucking OG. Hit some clapping, man. Clapping!
Bro, capital O.
Man.
Sure. Oh, fucking
Okay.
locate.
So yeah, so Andrew is just our YG, and we
Young,
try to
yeah.
guide him through little 1-2-1-2 in life. So
Yeah, I love when Andrew hits me up for some advice. He's just like, oh, I feel so old giving this advice, but yeah, let's run it, bro. Yeah,
Hey,
here it is, man.
It's nice giving advice to you guys too, you know?
All right, since you say that,
see?
the thing is too, I remember an episode, DV came to me, he's like, yo, the YG's taught me a new word. I'm like, oh God, what the fuck is it? And he's like, wazzles. I'm like, where
Yes.
the fuck did you get this word?
Wazzles.
And then Andrew's like, yo, I got some wazzles. I'm like, where did you get this word from? So actually to start up things, good transition.
Yes, Cordell.
What's some new lingo that in 2021 that I don't know about, or me and DV might not know about? Anything new? Anything popping in the streets? Other than wazzles, that died out quick. I knew it was gonna die out quick too.
And Bug T,
die
that-
out.
It
Bug-
died out.
It
Bug
did.
T?
Because I'm going back to just saying head.
Yeah.
Just going back to
It makes
saying
more
head,
sense for
yeah.
a shorty to give me a head.
Nah,
Oh,
see.
a shorty give me wazzles. Get the
Yeah,
fuck
that
out of
shit's
here with that
trash.
shit.
That's just trash.
Dome, you know, it's all that. But
Any new words in the streets?
the thing about lingo is like everyone tries new words, right?
Yeah.
The lingo is what sticks around. You know, no one has been outside enough to test a bunch of new words.
Okay.
You know, there isn't much going on. Everything's from 2020. What dropped from 2020 isn't lingo anymore.
What's one of the lingos that y'all weren't feeling, like going back to the whole Wazzle stuff? Like, when, okay, so when, and I was around Kordell when he first heard the hoodman say tight.
Yo. Yo.
And I was just like, yo, Kordell, don't pause it. Just let them just. So, to the viewers that don't know, tight is another word for cheese. So,
Yeah.
when I first heard a man say, yo, I'm tight right now, I'm like,
You-
right? But then it's just like, you go back and think, okay. Let me
You learned
try
that
to
time.
let me
Yeah.
try to understand
Yeah,
this before
let
I
me-
judge it.
Yeah, let me
Nah,
question
but
it
think
real quick.
about the other words you were skeptical of.
You know what I really fucking hate? Tutus.
I like
That's a good one.
hate
That's a good one.
tutus.
What about,
Why?
what about top left?
It's so. Oh, see that?
Nah, that's trash.
Top left.
I like tutus though.
I asked someone, what the hell is top left means? Like
Top
something to do with my heart. I'm like,
That's true, like-
Fam, no. I'm not rolling with top left. I'm on top left and tutus.
What do you mean
I
it's-
heard DV use tutus one time and then I'll fuck with
What do you mean it's true though?
It's a fact.
What do you mean
What
it's
is
so
a
bad?
fact?
Top left, this happens. Like top left, we're on a pod, or what's a good one? Top cast, this podcast a vibe. Top left.
What?
Yo, this guy speak a different
Yeah.
language. What?
English, please. We're English speaking on this
Nah.
podcast. What's wrong with this? Kiss
Top
is laughing,
left.
of course.
When you
Kiss is
have
so-
something, real to say, you say top left.
What am I hearing?
I'm so confused, bro.
Okay,
so,
run back what you just said.
When you have something real to say, you
Mm-hmm.
say top left. You know, like you preface it with top left. Top
Where's
left.
the left
blah,
come
blah,
in?
blah.
But that's
Where's
why.
the left come in?
But that's why I'd rather just say I lie.
A lie rolls.
A lie
on
is a
top.
confirmation too. It's like
Top left is
Yeah.
just like you're forcing it.
I don't know.
feel like
I don't
a
know where
lie-
it came from.
I don't like top left. I'm not rolling with the two twos. It's like two twos. Like all right, three trees, four fours, five fives. Like why can't we use any of those? Like I'll be different, man. Like oh, six sixes. Let's get it. Like nah, I'm not rolling the two two shit.
you try to shit on the older generation, but y'all have Lil Nas X now.
Hey. He's old though. He's like, what is he? How old is he?
No. He's young. He's young.
Keston, search how old Lil Nas X is. That's your job. But no, that's y'all mans now. You guys have to accept him and the devil shit.
He 21. What do you mean?
Oh, fam.
He is not young.
That's you, fam. Huh?
I mean, not
young?
old. Not old. Not old.
Kesson,
Sorry.
no more bulls before the pod, please.
99. You still
He's
got
99.
You still got to
he's-
take him.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta take him.
That's still.
Hey, he's a
That's
late
still
90s
us.
kid.
That 99 or 98?
99. Yeah, he's doing bad again.
Nah, we still got to take that still. That's on some shit. What he's doing with the whole shoe shit, I don't fuck with it at all.
He's on some
With the real,
satanic
apparently,
ass
like,
shit.
real blood. No.
There's
That's
apparently a drop of blood in every single one,
No,
and
I don't
there's
believe it.
Whose blood are they taking?
I don't believe it.
666 pairs.
I don't believe it.
666.
That's bullshit.
I blame.
That's marketing.
And this is.
Have you seen a music
That's
video?
marketing.
Listen, I'm
That's
not
marketing.
I'm not toxic, but I blame Cardi B. She said these is bloody shoes, nigga. She said that shit. She said these is bloody shoes. So I'm not toxic though. I'm not toxic.
I don't believe it. I think it's a marketing flex. I don't believe there's actual real blood in that shit. That's bullshit. You can't.
But still,
You can't
it's
do
the
that.
fact. It's the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
Actually,
that
stop looking at me like that. No.
it's the fact that you're promoting it though is still fucked up. Like I don't.
His whole audience is kids.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
And no, not just kids, Matt. It's the LGBTQ community as well.
True.
So that there's he is like the biggest industry plant ever because he's black.
Yep.
He's with
mixture.
that community as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like off rip, when you heard his first track, you're thinking, okay, happy-go-lucky black kid that's trying to blend in genres, right? But now it's like we were talking about. It's like if you just stopped at that one track, he'll be well off.
Yeah, he
You
would
don't have
have.
to do no shit
He
after
didn't
this.
do
But
anything
now
else,
we're
but
getting
now
to
we're getting to see
all
the
this
back
extra
end.
shit. And it's like I'm cool on that.
We're getting to see the back end of things still.
It's like people killed Kanye for doing this Jesus shit, but now it's like, okay, just because this kid is a black gay kid, we can't. We don't shame him. We don't bash him. Or no, we leave that be. Okay, cool,
That'd be-
cool. So that's just how I see this shit. But I said I'm not talking this episode. So. and yeah, so I'm
And back to Kordell.
yeah,
What's
Kordell.
wrong with the thing? Since we have the young on the podcast, how do you think this online school is gonna affect youngins in the long run?
It's real fucked.
Like, how do you think the communication is gonna be between kids in the long
No,
run?
it's
'Cause
about social cues. People don't understand them anymore. Like little kids, like they can get to school and stuff like that. They can play their sports. They can't see facial expressions.
yeah,
You know,
They're not even going to be socialized properly.
Yeah.
no, they're not. And like the big thing is too, like during elementary school, there was always a flex where you'd be inviting people to like different birthday parties and stuff and handing out the invitations and stuff. There's recess. Fam,
Yeah.
kids are gonna grow up and understand what is recess. Kesson was telling me the other day that online school is now gonna be an option. There's gonna be in school and outside of school.
No.
Or sorry,
No. No. They can't be doing that shit, man.
I
Come
think
on.
if they're gonna do that, they can't do it at elementary school. I think elementary school has to be in school. Has to be 110%.
No,
because you need to be interacting with other kids.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
be.
because as
110%. It's gonna
those-
fuck you if you don't do it.
Exactly, because those first years of your life, your brain's developing
school?
all the way up until 7 years old.
High school is a wishy-washy one where I feel you could do it online. Where going to school would be good. I feel like I'm in between for that one.
Nah.
College
High school-
university.
Yeah, like
That's
high
what I'm saying.
high
I'm wishy-washy with it for
like,
sure.
That's the
I
thing,
don't
though.
know.
High school kind of forms you and gets you ready for somewhat of the real
It gets
life.
you ready for an adult life, being able to socialize,
To
get a job.
socialize, yeah.
Like you learn
Okay.
like socially, who were you in grade 8? End of grade 8.
Socially awkward nerd.
Okay, who were you at the end of high school?
A different man.
Would that have happened at home?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking about it. Like,
Facts.
but things are different now. Things are new. Like, would it be a better idea to actually do online school
No,
so you have more time for yourself?
not
and do other things
at all.
like
You're gonna get a
work
bunch of like really introverted, fucked up kids.
They don't know what to
Excuse
do.
my
with
French.
Hey! Don't shit on the introverts. Don't do that.
Hey,
Don't do that.
I'm an introvert as well, but like it's gonna turn
Deavon's
like,
not
a
hanging
lot
with
of
you.
our population into that, which is not good. You need a balance.
Nah, there's people
Yeah,
that
you're
choose
right.
to be introverts and people forced into it. You know, you can't be forced into it. You'll just
Yeah.
get fucked.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And like DV, I'm an introvert as well. I'm with you on that. Like I'm more
No,
introverted
you.
than I am.
I don't even think you're introverted because you like to be out. You like the whole
I
exploring
do.
thing. You want to travel the world and shit, which is dope.
I do.
But it's
I do, but at the same time, like it's like all about where you get energy from. Like I value my time alone, where I get to like recharge.
I like that shit.
I really value that time. If I get the option to like not go out, I'm taking it.
And people
See? Yeah.
be
That's big.
confusing the shit like the whole introvert shit. And Kordell, we'll get back to what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it's like to be introvert. That doesn't mean you're shy. That just means you like to stay in
Make
your
your own-
bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your own space.
And like you could create in that space too. So
Exactly.
I like that. I personally loved going on drives on my own. I don't want anyone coming with me. I like running my errands on my own sometimes because I get chances to be with me and just talk with myself and understand what I'm trying to go through. And figure out
the whole thing with like introversion and like extroversion is extroverts, they get energy from being with other people. Introverts, when they're with other people, it drains them. You know, extroverts get drained.
Young and saucy.
Young and saucy. This university stuff.
I feel it. I feel it.
I feel that.
I don't
like that.
I don't like.
No, he's exactly right. It's all about where you get energy from. That's
a fact, though.
That's really what
That's a fact. That's why
you could fucking love going out, but at the end of the night, like you're so happy to get home, be in your bed, like put on Netflix and
There's
recharge.
so many times me and D would be out, we'd be looking at each other like, yo, we could have so much more fun just playing FIFA at the crib, fam. Like, we could have been on our, like, there's so many times we'd be like, why did we even go out? Why do we force? Because so many times we're forcing ourselves to go out.
And people force us to go out. People do force us to go out.
We'd be looking at each other like, how do we want to go to this shit? But we go to it, show face, and do what we do and go home. But like, I'd rather just be home chilling sometimes.
When a girl tells you she's an introvert, how do you feel?
I literally feel like yo, we literally get to fucking Netflix and chill every single night.
I do not love my shit though.
No. At the same time, you gotta look at her and like if she's an introvert, she's probably less likely to cheat on you because she wants to stay at home all the time. She's not trying to be in the streets.
Okay, I could challenge that.
Yeah, challenge it. Let's see.
I'm rolling with him right now.
That she just wants to cheat in private. So she'll stay quiet. She's better at hiding it.
Yeah, she will be better at hiding it. But I feel like if she's not out in the streets all the time, like she's less likely.
Less chance of a guy hitting her up, or less chance of
meeting
with somebody.
She's not meeting as many people.
Yeah.
Yo, but she's less able to fend off other man's hitting on her. She's not used to it. You bring her up to a club, she's not used to the attention.
She's not going to a club. She's staying home. we don't go to clubs. We're staying home.
Kordell's toxic this podcast.
We're staying home.
And this is not a toxic podcast, right?
This is the most toxic podcast in Canada. Welcome to Roundtable Talk.
This is not a toxic podcast, but when things be saying like I'm a introvert, extrovert, or whatever, like the 2 in 1.
Oh no, that's like, too confusing.
Just say you don't like to go out when you're on your period. Just say that. If you say that to me, I understand. That's not, but it's real. All right. Kordell, continue. Sorry.
All right, Kordell, continue.
I'm done. Well, Lil Nas X, what? Kessie has on the screen. Lil Nas X, what?
You think on the screen, fam. I don't want to keep looking at this guy, dog. This guy deaf one, bro.
No, we should still jump back into that school kids topic. Like,
no, but for sure.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like college, university should be an option to be in or out. You'd be in there.
Sorry, Keston search school kids. Okay, I'm done.
Yo, Keston's low key gonna get fired. Like he's gonna get replaced. We got some replacements for you.
Okay, we here.
No, what I was saying is, college, university should have that option to be in school or out of school because I feel like it would actually help some people when it comes to transportation and actually just being on campus.
What programs though? Some need to be in person.
Yeah, it honestly depends on your program. Because if your program,
the ones that your brother and he has to be there to be okay.
For example, like
I feel that
you could do programming. You could do that from home and whatnot. And a lot of people that are in that program, like a lot of the programmers are introverts, so it works. But if you're in a kin program, like you're doing kinesiology, which is like how the body moves, everything like that.
Yeah, you need to be there.
Like, or you're doing physical therapy, you need to be in person.
You need to be there.
You know what I mean?
Well, at least you have the option. At least the option should be there for the ones that are able to work from home.
But high school should be like mandatory. Like otherwise, we're gonna have a lot of socially awkward kids who don't know how to socialize.
Facts. That's one thing I was super worried about just last year with dealing with this COVID shit. It's like okay, when I do go out, like I don't want to be that super awkward person where it's like I have shit to say, but it's like how do I form the words to say it? I already don't have this learning disability, so it's like that's already one thing. But it's like how do I get my point across? Yeah. Even watching our last 2 episodes, like it's just I'm literally pausing and trying to I was on the phone with Kordell. I was just like, yo, I'm such a dumb bitch for saying all the time. I'm like, fuck, I hate, but that goes back.
I'm like, it's easier for me to edit. I know you're about to say something, so just cut it right there.
Yeah.
No, but I feel that though. I feel like for sure. Grade 9 and grade 10 for sure. Since you're still young, still developing, I feel like for sure you should be in school. But I think 11 and 12, like in grade 12, I didn't spend a lot of time in school. I was in college, and I was
the co-op shit.
The co-op shit. I think that's amazing.
That was fire.
A good way to get out of school. A different way.
Nah, but the thing is, like Like I was never that bad of a kid. You know, I went to class, but the thing is, one of the main reasons I came to school every day was sports. Take away sports. I don't know if I really would have fucked with high school if it wasn't for school sports.
That's true.
Well, yeah, so he's gotten on a good point because like some people, they literally like I fucking hated high school, but I loved gym class. I loved like kin. I loved anything that had to do with like moving the body and fitness and health and stuff. I love that shit. But all my other courses, yo, fuck that. I hated it.
I remember you made a post saying like working out, you kind of found yourself. Yeah. You were at like a lost point, so it's like working out, you found yourself, what you're good at, and like it refocuses.
You know, right? Yeah. And to be honest, like you need high school to really like start figuring out like where you want to go with your life as well. Yeah, because, I feel that because you're gonna figure out like what kind of girls you want to be with in the future. You're gonna figure out like where you want to go with your courses, like what you like, what you don't like.
I'm not being toxic, Kordell.
I was waiting for you to say something.
No, you're right, man. You're right.
Yo, you can find you're gonna miss on your high school sweetheart if you don't go to class. So, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
I'm fucking with this.
Andrew, how's it been the fact that you actually didn't have a chance to go to prom? Or you can actually walk across the stage for graduation.
Hey, I don't know what I missed, so.
That's trash.
That's so trash.
You don't know?
Fine, for the man that did go to prom, how was prom for you guys?
I didn't go to prom.
I never went to prom. I did, but I went stag.
I went to after prom. So I was trying to fuck some bitches.
Go to prom.
But I didn't go.
Did you go to prom, man?
Yeah, I did. I went stag.
I know Keston went. Keston went
and that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like when you're,
I went all out. Had the convertible. Like I had the convertible. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Keston, question: did you get some posts that night?
That's the most overrated thing, though.
Some play.
It is the
Very
biggest
overrated thing. You get play at after prom. You don't.
No.
You just
Every
drunk.
TV show says you do. So.
No, but it's
No. Facts. Every TV show does say you do that.
Yeah, you don't slap.
I had a wild night and got some play. It's good enough.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah. Clapping.
I was up till like 6 in the morning. So
me too. I went to 2 proms. I was thankful.
Oh, whoops.
I
went to prom when I was in grade 11. Oh, that shit was lit. I felt like a boss going to that shit. I was the youngest man. Hey, it's good. Let's get it.
It's different though.
And the next prom, I was like, I hate my prom. Prom's stupid. Prom's a waste of money.
Yo, what are your thoughts on youngins coming to your prom?
I'm okay with it. True. Hey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, my brother's prom, there was a grade 10 girl who came.
No, what? No, I'm not okay with it.
All right,
I'm not okay with this.
I don't know.
That's
kind of weird.
I remember that as well. There's one girl in my graduating class.
There's always gonna be the one.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be one.
She's dating a youngin.
There's always that one.
There's always the one. There's always gonna be one youngin at your prom. Has to be. All right, bet.
So, okay, I need to understand. So, this whole vibe thing, Kordell has told me that you're a vibey guy. Right, let's go into the whole vibe checking thing, because you talked about this whole meditation and shit like that. So what have you done to meditate or, like shit like this? Like explain to me the vibes.
Well, one thing I want to talk about is you mentioned earlier. You said you don't believe in vibes, you believe in mentalities, right? Explain what you meant by that.
Well, that was before. That was back when, like, what was it? B came with this podcast. D came with like, I'm a vibe reader.
I am a vibe reader.
And I was like, I'm not understanding this vibe thing. What do you mean by vibe? Like, this is a vibe. Like, what do you mean by like this is a vibe? Like, what does that mean? Like, that's what back then I was just like, I don't understand. But then being introduced to this kind of shit and then being introduced like different kind of lights and
walking in on me while I had my candles lit, but you thought I was jerking off?
That too. Like, right? I understand like different things.
I wasn't.
Different things that happen around you, different things you bring into your circle can actually change your mood and change your vibe. And that's when I was like, okay, and I understand it. So when Keston had this, and I was like, is this what DV talks about when he has his candles? Because I always make fun of DV when he has his candles. I'm like, why is this guy lighting candles? What's wrong with this guy? But when I brought this into it, I'm like, this is a vibe. I like this with the lights and like the smell, the atmosphere. I'm like, this is relaxing. This is a vibe, and that's kind of what I kind of understood from it.
I wanted to ask that because I believe mentalities and vibes are connected. You know, when you have a certain mentality, you will attract certain vibes. When 100%. You are in certain vibes, you will create a certain mentality for yourself. You know, because vibes are the embodiment of your mentality.
Kordell has manifested a lot of things by just working.
Yeah.
So that is a vibe, right?
Yeah, his vibes are grinding.
Meditating as well is slowing down. Okay, so personally, right, and I know you, so it's like growing up, like anger was your thing.
Yeah.
Right? But when you check yourself, it's just like, okay, this helps you meditate. You talked about this cools you down and shit. So those are the certain things that like help you meditate and just calm the fuck down. So candles for me is one thing. I've saged my room before just because I've had bad energy in it. So that's one thing as well. Guess I can hear you vaping.
Those are his vibes.
Would you? I was gonna say. So it's like, would you add any recreational use in that, like drugs and stuff? Like,
well, if you really think about it, meditation is finding a focal point so you can get everything out, cleared out of your brain. How you could really clear your brain. So if you think about it right now, Keston vaping, the way I see it is that surge of nicotine, that's his focal point. Every time he feels like everything's bundled up, he needs that focal point so that's everything else can release. You know, meditation isn't just going like doing some random shit. You know, it's letting everything out of your brain by focusing on one singular thing.
I feel that. I like that.
I feel that.
Exactly. I feel that for sure. I feel that 100%.
I thrive off of vibes. Like every single day, like the way I wake up in the morning, the way I go to bed, is to make sure my vibes are in check and I feel good. I have a good sleep. That's it.
And what does that do? That keeps his mentality in check.
It's just like when you catch like a bad vibe from somebody as well too.
Same thing. Yeah, it's the same idea.
A little bit of it, but I want to understand what the hell did I dream about. I always remember when I first wake up, but 5-10 minutes after, it's gone. I don't remember the hell.
I haven't had any dreams.
The real world and the dream world is connected.
It is
somehow.
I believe in that.
You know the crazy thing is,
bro, if you write it down, you'll have it.
I believe in that. Dreaming at all.
I dreamt about 2 weeks ago. You could beat that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I woke up so fucking pissed. So I'm just like,
I know
why is this whore in my fucking dreams?
I've had dreams about, and I was cheese too. I was like, this no, stop the shit.
Yeah, I woke up pissed. I woke up pissed.
Super cheese too, and I was like, I was understanding. I'm like, why am I having? It was all out of random too. It wasn't like I just seen her or I saw anything of it. It's just out of the blue, and I'm like, what? Where's this coming from?
Yeah, I was not happy.
I wasn't.
I woke up kind of cheese. Yeah, I woke up cheese. And I
didn't have a good day.
No, me too.
Me too. Yeah. You know that the saying when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Yeah. I believe in that. Yeah, I woke up on the wrong side of that bed. But I woke up my head off the bed.
So that's the thing though. Like, okay, so for me, I see meditation as like for me, this is my personal view. Like I pray. So I'll pray in the morning and. So there's this. Okay, so next thing. I'm not too sure if I'm supposed to say this, but universe, I'm here, right? Sometimes as a youngin, when I would go to sleep without praying, I'm getting the worst nightmares. So if I was to sleep, no prayer, I'm getting a nightmare. But when I would wake up from that nightmare, I pray and I'm fine, right? So my whole thing is I have to pray. It's a set reminder for me, but not even on no nightmare shit. It's just to pray for just the things I got, things that I'm working towards, and shit that I left, right? So that's my meditation period as well. And shit, I feel like nightmares are connected to the devil one way or another.
Yeah, demons.
Because it's like you said, it's demons, right? Would you count those like our situation as demons?
No, I wouldn't.
What if I call her a demon though? I look at her as a demon.
That's you though. That's what you see. But I don't believe that's a nightmare.
Okay, but
I believe it's a dream that happened that either is gonna. I think dreams are something that are stuff that's gonna happen, or a twist of fate.
True.
That's the way I see dreams to be. There's so many times I've had a dream, and there's sometimes I have like a little weird feeling that like, this happened. Like, not deja vu. It's not deja vu. There's another feeling like, wait a minute, I dreamt this. Yeah. I've had that multiple times. It's so weird. So us having that dream of that, I don't know what the future has. He's like, no.
I don't want any parts of that.
You don't know.
I know, but I won't.
But you remember what happened at Caravana. You don't know.
Trigger. All right. But okay, healing. Let's talk about healing shit. Girls triggering me.
Yo, there is a theory that bad dreams, they happen when you're doing the right thing. You know, they're a test. When you start living your life better, my religious friend told me this. Like, when you start doing the right thing and you have either a bad dream, you get really anxious, you don't know what you're feeling, that's a demon. It's a demon sent to you, and if you can get past that, you know you're on the wrong path. You're on the right path. But if you can't, that's just you just failed the test. You know,
Life's all about tests. Life's always gonna have road bumps and speed bumps and walls. Mm-hmm. You know, have some walls where you're gonna either take down the wall or hop over the wall or turn back. Hey, that's why I have a tattoo on me. A setback is set up for a comeback. Simple.
I've always liked that saying. I've done a show with Kordell. That's
bro.
That's a good saying.
Bro, that's resonated with me multiple times. Ever since I heard it when I was about 9 years old, it's always stayed with me. It's always one thing I always remember.
That's just fire.
Being a youngin' is a setback is set up for a comeback. Know that.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
All right, Kordell, keep producing the shit.
Man.
You killing the shit.
Me. You didn't be texting me. You're late today, fam. What are you talking about?
Hey, you ain't see how Matt's trying to win over my love with that hoodie? You wearing the Jokes hoodie?
He's like, oh, let me change.
Yeah. You guys are gonna be mad at me.
No. For real, these Jokes hoodies are the shit.
Shout out to Jokes. 10% off.
Big shout out to Jokes. I was rocking that shit the other day.
I've been living in this thing, man.
I hope you're washing it, fam.
I am. Don't worry.
Okay, good man. I know you work from home, so.
What's the longest y'all been without taking a shower? Be real. Be real.
You already know my story.
I said 2 days.
I've maybe done 2, no, I don't.
2 days.
Maybe 3, but I don't even
5 days.
remember that.
Well, see, it depends. Right? If you're
No,
but I'm on Matt's side. Like, remember,
I know,
I've lived out in the woods. If you're in the woods, it's like been like 3-4 days. You jump in the lake maybe, and that's it. Like,
that's
literally what it is.
That's what the fun shit.
Now, if I'm
I know
home,
Andrew was gonna say
if I'm
say
home,
1 to 2 days.
no.
Like,
If I'm home, no,
1 to 2
that's
days
just a different story, right?
fine.
Yeah, 1 to 2.
1 to
I don't
listen,
like.
I have
3 is me
eczema.
pushing it.
I have eczema. I can't be in all that kind of water that often. So I can't do 1 to 2 days though. Kissing screen. But no, that's wild.
I never thought to not shower. You know.
No, I have to. I have to. Especially when you have a shorty too. Especially when you have a girl. You have to. You can't even have your balls stinking. You can't.
Actually, speaking of having a girl, I wanted Kordell had it in his topic list. How do you balance having a girl and running a business? I thought this was a great conversation.
That's a really good question.
I've seen Kordell juggle this with finesse, accuracy, and just some messy shit. So, yes.
I love the intro.
Let my guy get in his bag and preach.
Shit. I get this question a lot. It's tough. It's a balance. It really, really is. You need to make sure what times you can do things, what times you can't do things. You got to make sure you're communicating effectively, which has always been the thing that I've been preaching is communication's key. Because if you don't communicate, other person's not going to know, and that's kind of on you now.
If you don't communicate, there's too much room for assumption. There's too much room for
error.
Yes.
There's big time too much room for error because, again, communication, balance is key because sometimes you be working too hard on the business where you're neglecting the other things that are around you. Family, not just having a girlfriend, family, your friends. Your health as well too. So it's all about having a proper balance. But on the other side of things is also the other person understanding what you're doing. What you're doing is not normal. What we do is not normal to everybody else. Owning a business is weird. It's not like a set schedule. No, you're a business owner.
Because
you're literally on 24/7.
You're on 24/7.
And we were learned to work for a business or work for a company
program. 9 to 5. This to this. This is overnight shifts. No.
But it's like, no, I actually have to do editing. No, I actually have to get topics ready. No, I actually have to get shit ready.
Things that
plot,
happen
brainstorming, other shit. There's so much shit behind the scenes where it's like, this is not no set schedule shit.
No.
Right? So it goes back to the whole communication and shit like that.
Communicating with your other and making sure they understand what you're doing is big. And if they don't understand what you're doing, continue what you're doing and maybe they might catch on. Like, he's still going to continue what he's doing or she's still going to continue what they're doing. I just need to somehow fit into things.
So what? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what would you say about the, I'm going to say person, right? Because it could be either or.
Sure.
The person that feels like, yo, this person is not giving me, like, my significant other's not giving me enough attention because they're so focused on this.
Communicate with them. Tell them straight, like, yo, I feel like you're working too hard in the business and see what their response is. Or try something where it's like, try to work with them. Like, let's say, for example, they own a podcast. They're always working on topics. They're always working on this. They're working on that. See how you can help them. For example, with us, setting up. For us, helping with topics, finding put-ons, doing shout-outs. Try to figure out how you can help them so you guys can still hang out together and still be working on the other person's project.
Right.
So that, like, for me personally, when it was a time when
that person just doesn't want to help you or doesn't want to get into that. Like, they have their own shit to do. So it's just like they see what you're working on. They respect it, but it's
Yeah.
like, yo, what about me?
So-
They want me time, not work
Yeah.
time.
So if the person's important to you, you just set time aside. Like if there's specific times during the week where you turn off.
Yeah,
So
that's the balance.
And you got to turn off
Yeah.
completely.
That's the balance.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. And you got to learn that. Like when you get into business, you're gonna learn that it's like your
hard.
list is never ending.
It's
like
hard.
there's always something next to do, but you gotta learn to switch off
It's
every now and
super
again.
hard.
It's been something that I've been trying to learn, trying to switch off. It's something that you guys are probably trying to learn as well, just trying to like be able to
No,
switch
I've
off.
learned it. I've learned it. I've understand it. I've learned it, and thankfully for my significant other, she's learned it as well too. So it's kind of like it's a good balance. Like when I say I have work to do, I have calls tonight. I have calls tonight. Cuddles will happen after the calls. Simple.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this for my future.
So
my
that's-
future.
Yeah.
My goal.
It's gonna be.
My goal is to be a business owner. I don't want to work for anybody else.
Yeah.
That person needs to understand that. If you don't understand that, then I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not gonna
I
work.
think it's
Simple.
preaching the whole, okay, yes, right now, but I'm working towards our future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you may think that I'm arrogant for just putting
You to the
you
side.
to the side, and it sounds fucked up, but it's like,
I'm not.
yes, I had to put you to the side.
now.
No, but yes, I do have to put you to the side right now because I'm working towards this, right? If I was to lose this, then it's gonna affect my personality, my money,
Yes.
my business, my goals, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So it goes back to the whole communication thing. That's just how I see
It
it.
all ties into one. Like
Yeah.
even just like not just with like her or him. It's everything. Communicating either as a group when it comes to being in the business.
Yeah.
It's all about communicating with each other to make sure you guys are looking at the same end goal.
One way you can explain it to your partner is think of it like this: if you have 5 things to do and you have 5 years, right? How do you maximize that? Do you do all 5 things for those 5 years, or do you spend a year grinding your ass off in each individual thing? And you could ask that question. You know, there's a big quote from a long time ago. It's like a jack of all trades is a master of none. You know, if you can spend a year mastering
Wait,
things,
hold on. Younger man. Come on,
He's
man.
my little brother.
yeah, 'cause if you think like if you can really explain like to your shorty, to whoever, it's like I want to have the best relationship with you possible, you know, but I want to do that when I'm financially capable,
Exactly.
when I'm healthy,
Exactly.
when everything else is flowing, right? So I cannot master our relationship. We can't do that right now. I can master this right now, so I'm gonna ask you to wait, and you got to communicate that with them.
That's respectful.
You know, that's what it is.
respectful. That's respectful.
And you have to be accepting if they don't want to wait, too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they might not see the vision. They,
They
may
might
want
see your
something
goals.
right now.
They want a full relationship right now where you're paying the most attention to them. And
Yeah.
as a
And then
business
it's
owner, you
it's your
can't do
choice.
that.
It's your decision.
Yeah.
You gotta make those.
And sometimes you gotta walk away.
Yeah.
And honestly, for all the other creators out there, don't be afraid to walk away.
Never that.
Do not be afraid to walk
again,
away.
we've seen the whole Brand Goodness thing. Like
Don't be afraid.
you could walk away from this shit and be okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't act like no. Hey, DV sent something to the group chat one time. Let me see if I can just remember exactly what it was. It was last year. There's 3-point-something billion women in this world, and you're stressing about one. Focus on what you need to focus on, especially when you are a youngin.
You'll find them.
There's
They'll come back.
time. There's lots of time.
they'll come back.
If you think they're not gonna come back, hey, if it was meant to be, it's meant to be. It's not meant to be.
You
It's
ever
not
hear
meant to
about
be.
the Einstein effect?
Hey,
no.
child.
It's
Okay, goddamn university children are so goddamn annoying with. But your usability. Have you ever heard of the usability rule?
Yes.
What is that?
It's basically an effect where if you have a solution in your head for a problem, that solution in your head will stop you and hinder you from finding a better solution. Same thing applies to girls. If you're loyal to one person, you can't change that. Even no matter how many times she does you dirty, you know, you won't be able to move on and find a better person for you if you have her in your head. That's why breaks are important. That's why, even in friendships, you know, like
Youngin did that.
Youngin did do that still.
I got.
Did
Well,
that.
and what was that? What was that thing
the
called?
Einstein effect. I read it in a
Matt,
book.
put that
one
on the
day.
screen.
Put it on the screen, yo.
because I already know how to spell that. I feel that. I like that. I just a youngin', bro. Crazy. Mine says crazy on him, dog.
Okay.
Absolutely
I got
crazy.
DB. Before you jump in, I got one more thing to touch on with that.
Yeah.
What you gotta explain to your significant other is like it's gonna get to a point once I've grinded it out that I'm gonna be hiring people for everything that I do, so that I can stop working in my business and I can start working on my business. When I get to the point where I'm not working in my business and I'm working on my business, then I'll have way more time to spend with you.
Yeah.
So, but it's like that 5-year thing. Like it's gonna take me some time
For sure.
to get to that point. It can be fast, it can be slow, but it all depends on like how much support you give me.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah,
it
it depends on how much support you give me. That will determine how fast
I
it
need that
goes.
support from you. I need to know you're behind me. I need to know that you're on my side.
Yeah,
You're helping me do what I need to do to grow my business. I love that. I love that. I love it.
And that gives us a fuck ton of motivation.
Yeah, I love
like,
that.
Like literally knowing that you're standing behind us, that gives us a fuck ton of motivation to work even harder.
When you start a business, you're blind. You don't know if it's gonna be a bad idea, good idea. You don't know what's gonna happen. You're just running with it. You're running with it. And people supporting you is big, especially your homie.
Elon Musk says starting a company or brand, business, whatever it is, he's literally like it's like standing on glass and eating glass at the same time and staring into the abyss.
Nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking. 110%.
Yeah. Yeah, DB.
Big you that.
I was just gonna talk about and like this is the Heal podcast. This is what I'm calling it, the Heal podcast. I'm not toxic. We healing, right? Andrew, tarot card readings. Tarot card readings.
I don't know what those are.
You don't know what a tarot card reading is?
No.
What do you guys do a tarot card reading?
What is
Yeah.
Screen. What is that?
I can explain what it is if you guys want to.
And screen it too, yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys know what your zodiac sign is, you can pretty much, somebody who does tarot card readings can pretty much.
Oh, I did that. I did that last week actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Okay, so
Real life
just
testimonial.
stay on one thing about it. So you don't have to go through the whole thing. Just stay on one thing about it.
Yeah.
Like, Matt, continue.
Yeah, so pretty much if you go to a tarot card reader, they'll pretty much be able to tell you about your next little steps in your love life, whether it be like your careers, relationships. Think about them like a fortune teller, and then
I was just waiting for you to say.
A fortune teller.
You did that last week.
About it like
I played a board game with those, but like the thing is, the person I played it with is like her and her mom are like very spiritual, you know. Her mom is like very so like they don't play this game unless they feel good energy. You know, they take it seriously, and like before playing with me, she asked me like, how are you right now? Like, are you is your house like, is there good energy in your house in your room? Like before we played this, and like I thought she was joking, but like she asked me like seriously, you know?
Wow.
And it's like those kind of things, I feel like they're true if you believe they're true. You know, if you put energy into them, they will have an effect.
They'll manifest.
Yeah.
So I have also gotten tarot card reading, right? And how it went, it wasn't
my best friends all the time.
It wasn't really about no zodiac shit, but it was just okay. And to touch on what Matt was talking about, it's like either you want to talk about your financial, personal, or love, right? So you know me.
In your love bag.
He's a little love of mine.
So is Shorty coming back?
He definitely said that.
I want her back, nigga. Damn. You just talking about this shit.
He's like, where, who's my next shorty?
Anyways, right? So she just went into detail, and we'll book it this for a Patreon, right? But she went into detail, and it was more or less about like it kind of just reassures you just what you are thinking about.
That's big.
So it's like yo, you know what I'm thinking about, and yo, how do you know that I'm going through this? So it's just like they're just telling you what you kind of already know.
I'm always double thinking things, bro. I'm always like changing my mind. I hate it. It's so annoying sometimes.
When you do that stuff, like you can go on YouTube and you can search like a tarot card reading for like your month, whatever it is. Like I can be like, for me, Capricorn, it's just like, all right, I want a tarot card reading for next month for like my love life. And then there'll be people that are on YouTube that are doing the readings for that, and it can resonate with you. It cannot, like you have you have multiple signs. So
the one that I did on that board game, it gave you two options. You know, there was a good side and a bad side. So it was they were somewhat like opposite takes, but they were very specific. You know, so if there was one good one, that would be a lot of good opportunities that you could say, oh, this could be true, but there was also a bad side. Yeah, you know, so now you're aware of those two paths. You gotta act accordingly so you could get to one side.
I feel that.
You know? And
No, I
these,
feel that.
these are also like hundreds of years old. These cards, they've been doing them for time.
Yeah, tarot cards have been around
I
forever.
fuck with the tarot card.
It's because it's like it's spiritual. Like spiritual shit is real. Like
I'm
our
back,
whole world is energy. Like we're vibrations and frequencies.
Yeah. I went through that shit. I said I'm buying some sage up my room. And when you do sage, open your windows so the bad energy could go out.
Pro tip.
The energy has to go out. If you just leave everything closed, it's just gonna stay and linger. So that
I'm gonna try that.
sage my mom's car.
Sage with the neck.
Sage all that shit. Yeah, hell yeah, nigga.
I like that.
Fuck.
Gets rid of all the negative energy for all you guys that don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
Baby, let's get it. We're about to get into the put on, about to play some Jordqn and stay down. Let's get it, man.
Let's go.
Matthew, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Turn that shit up.
Fuck with me.
I had to run up and get me a bag. I'ma do it again. I know some niggas will switch on the gang. That's why I say 10. I wanna roll to the leather inside. Still feel my guys. I just wanna see all my brothers go shine. Yeah. Cartier lens on the side of my eye. Trying to see through the lies. Smoking, I'm packed out a lot of my mind. Can't take all my life. So pray that I pop anything out. She's sneaky, I can't let her stay around. So learn how to stay down. Come on, heart full of pain now. Stay on myself, I don't think I can lane switch. I got family to feed, my niggas gon' eat. I don't fuck with the fiend shit. I've been through a lot, trying to get to the top. My life about to change quick. Pray for my bro, so stuck in the streets. Brought me a back, I designer for sneeze. They ain't fucking with me. Remember the days I was dying to eat.
Okay.
Put on my body, I feel out of man. Put on my people, I know that's a plan. Cut off the bitch, she in love with my bands. I miss you the phone when you stay. Gotta move smart if you wanna get paid. Dirty my spray got me sleeping the day. Yeah, I know some niggas who wish I'd get up and fall. That's why I'ma give them my all. Bro, bang it if I make a call. Yeah. I had to run up and get me a bag. I'ma do it again. I know some niggas who switch on the gang. That's why I say 10. I wanna roll to the leather inside. Still feel my guys. I just wanna see all my brothers go shine. Yeah. Cartier lens on the side of my eye. Trying to see through the lies. Smoking, I'm packed out a lot of my mind.
This shit hard.
Can't take all my life.
Let's go.
So pray that I pop anything out. She's sneaky, I can't let her stay around. So learn how to stay down. Come on, heart full of pain now.
Okay, this shit hard as hell. I like it.
Hey, let's get it, man. Some shit up in the put on.
Bars.
All right, this is Spoogzz. I've known him for a while, since I was a kid. I like him. He's a good rapper.
Nah, go off.
Fuck with it. Let's get it. Turn that shit
Volume
up.
up. In the rain? Okay, let's go.
Matthew, give him a hand. Turn that shit up. I can't hear that.
Go up.
Shit ain't adding up, that's mathematics. Toxic by the gang, that's ghost gasket. In a party with a gang and it's everlasting. Usher trapping in the rain, I feel like a savage. Ooh, she love the game, so she fantasizing. Couple hundred in my pocket, but I keep it silent. These niggas itching with my freedom, I ain't jeopardizing. I'm in the back of getting money, so we living lavish. And the summer feeling sunny, so they could be riding. Slack, we in the meshes, so we up in Cali. Pockets looking kinda chubby, and my niggas slimy. Gang, my brother with me, and they rap beside me.
Okay.
But either in the summer, cause these niggas violent. But either in the summer, cause these niggas violent. No, either in the summer, cause these niggas violent. No.
Okay, Spoogzz, let's go.
Yeah. Fake friends. Feeling on my body just to make it make sense. On God. My God, amen. Nigga try to tell me, but it was a cave land. On God. Can't dodge these bands. Running out the racket got me going insane. On God. For the love of my gang. My brother coming home and he gon' be alright. Oh yeah. I'm in it bit with a guy. Been in it bit for a while. She wanna get on a flight. She wanna fly to Dubai. I hope that you feeling the vibes. We up in the middle of the night. Up in the middle of the night. Me and bro on a race, and we gon' fuck it up. Better back, we killing the shit, we in a belly truck. Key 6. Haters on my body and I shit come off. Walk up in a party with my heater on. Niggas talking crazy, we gon' beat it off, yeah. no heater on. Walk up in a party, I'ma beat it off. Adding up, that's mathematics. Toxic by the gang, that's ghost gasket. In a party with a gang and it's everlasting. Usher trapping in the rain, I feel like a savage. Ooh, she love the game, so she fantasizing. Couple hundred in my pocket, but I keep it silent. These niggas itching with my freedom, I ain't jeopardizing. I'm in the back of getting money, so we living lavish. And this summer feeling sunny, so they could be riding. Slack, we in the meshes, so we up in college. Pockets looking kinda chubby, and my niggas slimy. Gang, my brother with me, and they right beside me. Keep a heater in the summer, cause these niggas violent.
That's what it's still.
Okay. Tough
I
track.
like it.
All right. So for my put on, this is Friday Locked In.
I'll go to. Got lucky this time.
Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in.
Since we on that motivational shit, I said it was only right. Let's go.
I'm a threat and my mind's full of ammunition. Staying locked in, I ain't looking past my vision. Loyalty is so expensive like the cost of living. I'm so nice with the pen, this the art of giving. I done been through a lot, now my heart's conditioned. My flow gives you a spark like he's in car ignition. OG's telling me I got the hardest lyric that drive me to go harder again. I don't even write, watch, I go hard with the pen. I'm like 10 plus 3, yeah, I'm hard to defend. Nothing but the truth, cause I beat rhyming the facts. Sit back and watch, till it's my time to attack. Spend too much fire, watch how I let up the track. They like when I rap, and they will be playing this back. Dedicated to my goals, I'm coming for my wins. They be looking at me, they don't like the color of my skin. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. I'm a king moving on to better things. BLM forever, we got that gold treasure. Yeah, we so clever, of course we know better. What I'm thinking intricate, I can vision the businesses. When we keep grinding, we gonna know where the spinach is. Generational wealth gonna help us build our villages. Plant your seeds, water it, and watch it grow. Anything you wanna do in life is possible. We putting in the hours, just know the world is ours. Innocent black lives, taking bodies, racist cowards. I don't like this discussion, cause this is so disgusting. But I'ma tell you something, I'ma stand up for something. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in. Locked in, locked in, locked in, locked in, man, I gotta stay locked in.
All right. So that was a homie Friday.
Let's get it, man.
Shout out to him. Shout out to all of our put-ons this episode. Shout out to Just a Manna for being back in the stew. Andrew, I want to thank you for coming on the pod.
Dropping some dimes.
You dropped some dimes for us. That was really good. I think we joke on you for being younger, but your mentality is on point. And
yeah, bro,
you even shout out to James, shout out to Cal, but like y'all are kind of ahead of y'all time. So just keep consistent. Y'all gonna go through some bullshit,
some roadblocks, some walls.
Roadblocks, a lot of them. But once you stay true to yourself, stay true to the game,
hundreds,
and you'll be fine. And you have us too.
Yeah,
you have us to talk.
And you got Gramps
and Gramps Keston and Gramps Matt too.
Facts.
Always got you. Yeah.
All right, so that was it for we even see the episode number.
54.
But this is episode 55 actually. This is episode 55. So I want to thank yes, Kordell, don't worry, I got this. Don't worry.
No, I'm fucking up. All right.
So I just want to thank y'all for viewing. Again, shout out to our Spotify listeners. Shout out to YouTube viewership. That's it for this episode. We out.
Easy.
Round table talk.